Welcome to Delmarva Urban Chat. I'm the host of the show, Demetria Marshall Leonard. And today I'm not in the studio, I'm on site, and I'm on site with somebody I find very intriguing. I find very inspirational, like somebody, like if I did do role models, they would be my role model. So y'all know that I don't do those. I'd like to introduce y'all to a former mayor candidate, Jermichael Mitchell, and he's gonna thank you for allowing us to come into your living room and grace us with your presence. Without further ado, we're gonna introduce Mr. Jermichael Mitchell. Hello.
Hi, how are you today?
Welcome. It's been like a journey to have you come on the show,
Sure.
and thank you for allowing us to come to your place and record. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Jermichael Mitchell. I'm 39 years old. I'm from Salisbury. Been here all my life. I think I would say I've been actively involved since I was a teenager with different things in the community. But my main claim to fame, I think, would be basketball. I played basketball here at Wacomico High School, won a state title, and then I coach in the area. So I've done tons of other things, but I think basketball would really be the claim of fame. Yeah.
So, what got you into basketball? Like, I don't know nothing about basketball.
So basketball was, I played when I was younger. I had an uncle, his name was Clyde Mitchell. He was very big at the Salvation Army. Coached a lot of people.
Yeah.
I was an asthmatic kid, so I really didn't get to do much as a little kid because I was always like in and out of the hospital, or always sick. So when I finally got an opportunity to play, my first sport was basketball. So I fell in love with basketball. Had great mentors and coaches over the years, and I think that's kind of sort of what really made me want to become a coach. Like I had the, of course, typical African American dream. I wanted to go to the NBA. I'm 5'8", so I wasn't really not saying it's impossible for people that's 5'8", but I'll say I didn't have the work ethic that it took to get to the NBA.
Right.
But I'm still actively involved. But yeah, man, I think basketball was my first sport that I ever really played, so I fell in love with it over the years. Yeah.
And you know what? That is so dope. My daughter was did basketball. Well, she told me I was fired from watching football and basketball because I don't know who to cheer for.
So you don't know who to cheer for?
I was like, go score. She was like, your mom just cut.
Yeah.
Like, you're fired. Anyway, what I do want to ask you, how have you been since the election? What kind of experience did you learn? I just want to know some things.
Yeah, that's cool. So since the election, I've been well. More meetings. I've sat and talked with our mayor. Our current mayor. I've sat and talked with a few other people who are on the city council.
Right.
I've actively been involved with some things still in the community, in the schools and things of that nature. But I kind of just went back to my life, man. My life entails what I talked about, right? Like every day I'm either at a school or I'm working with kids. My two jobs that I work for, push mental health and wellness is one job, and then I also work for Mineri's Dream Alliance, which is a nonprofit across the Eastern Shore that works with youth in different facets. So I'm always around kids. I'm always working. I'm always in these different meetings. The plus about my job is I get to be in meetings across the shore.
That part.
I just got out of a conference meeting on last Friday at Chesapeake College, and it's an environmental meeting. We're trying to do more safe hazens and trails and different things in different communities to give people real access to nature walks and nature and environmental education. And it's a lot of funds being pushed towards that. Of course, with Governor Westmore, he's trying so many new different things and tactics to try to help this state grow in a different way. And environmental education is one of those ways. So we just had a big meeting last Friday about that. So I'm just still networking, making connections. People coming up to me, of course. The best part is the kids. That when I go to the schools and I hear about the mock elections at different schools and the future candidates and the future voters that we'll be having coming up. I'm just talking to them about politics and getting their feedback on what they thought and how their things went for them. But overall, the experience was a great experience. I loved it. The good, the bad, the ugly, man. I'm for all of that, right? Like I know what comes with it. I know when you put your name out there, you're gonna get some different things that come, and you just gotta be prepared. That's one of the things I said, and we said during the process is you gotta have rhino skin. Whatever people say about you, you gotta be able to let that reflect off and just be who you are. Like when you're genuine and when you are who you are, I think a lot of times that speaks for itself. Yeah.
So, you know the presidential election is coming up, and we're getting ready for the primary.
Yeah,
There is something, and I know this is like just off, like there is something that is coming up, and it's the delegate selection.
Right.
I think you should put your hat in the ring too.
For sure.
Just, I mean,
Just
I
to
do just to see.
Yeah.
So, I wear several hats in the community, and I also put my hat in the ring. I'm not gonna sell y'all no fairy tales. Well, it is what it is. So, I would love for you to put your hat in the ring just to see. I figure like this: if one win, we all win.
Nah, for sure. I mean, I think that's the craziest mindset, especially with the past election, we had one Democratic candidate run. Mm-hmm. We win by a large margin.
Right.
I just think sometimes we as a whole allow our egos to get in the way, right? Like I think, and for the greater good, maybe it's your turn this time, right? Like, and if you win, we support that. And maybe it's somebody else's turn next time, and we put all the energy behind that. Sometimes you gotta do what's better for the greater good. And I'll be candid and real, right? Like, I am running it again in 4 years. But I will say that if the greater good at that time for the people, right, is to truly me bow out, if that's for the greater good at that moment, I will. I think because, one of the conversations that was had was like, people felt like I should have had bailed out. And my concept and my response to that at the time was, well, I was first in the race, right? Like, why would I bail when I was first, right?
Right.
Now again, I come in late. It's looking like we don't even got a chance. I'm gonna slide off. It's not about me. It's about the people. But I felt like we had a fighting chance. I felt like we could really make some noise. I felt like we made some noise. Right? I really felt like we brought out some people that hadn't been brought out before.
What I do know, being behind the scenes, that actually new voters came out to vote, and it's like it's also like changing the trajectory of how we see the candidates. And if we could like keep promoting and change the language of how we see each other as fellow Democrats and Democrats, I think we could go a little bit further, because Miss Sigger said something that went with me a long way. Democrats do not fight against Democrats. We run for the seat. We fight against Republicans.
Right.
Like, we run against Republicans. So So I think we should change the trajectory on our word and in our language, because if we don't be unified, a house divided within itself will not stand.
For sure.
And there's a lot of division going on. So
I think that would be my biggest takeaway. From our experience, the biggest takeaway is that unity is a cliche word in all facets, whether that comes from community or politics or church or whatever that looks like. We got to really get back to true community unity, making sure that behind closed doors we can argue and disagree all we would like, but when we come out in that forefront, we got to have a one accord response, and we all got to keep our faces accordingly, right? Like, it ain't no need to add that response and then, oh well, we know she wasn't with it and we know he wasn't with it, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, man, it's divide and conquer, right? So the more we stay divided, the more it's easier for people to come in and make this group silo or make this decision and make all of these other things. And sometimes we're dealing with wicked people. Like, just to be honest and be real, sometimes you're dealing with wicked people that got their own ulterior motives, man. So you got to know how to navigate that as well when you playing this political game that we put ourselves in at times.
Did y'all hear him? Yes. So a couple of more questions.
Yeah, for sure.
Music has played a significant role in shaping our society.
For sure.
I want to know, what is your favorite music genre?
Yeah.
I know you be on the radio and things like
sure.
that, but let me just tell you, I had Howard County Executive Calvin Ball, on the show. He said his was hip hop.
Right.
And I'm like, he was doing his little ditty bop too, right? So you gotta tell me yours.
So mine's R&B. I like music of substance. I wouldn't really say today's R&B. I feel like modern rap or modern hip hop kind of sort of tears down our women, tears down our culture, especially the drill rap, that shoot 'em up, kill, show up on site type rap. I'm more of an old school rap guy, more 90s type of guy, 2000 type of guy. And again, not saying that we weren't talking about shoot 'em up, bang, bang, back then, right? Like, so I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, I felt like back then rap and music just had more substance.
Right.
I'm kind of sort of, I'm a poet, but I'm also like a hopeless romantic. Like, I believe in love, and I think love is a beautiful thing. I also understand that love comes in different levels, and comes in different ways and forms and all of those other things. But I truly am a hopeless romantic, so I'm more of, again, an R&B guy. I can't say it enough, that 90s R&B, even give me 80s R&B, right? Like the baby making music type stuff. So if I had to pick a genre of music,
y'all heard him.
If I had to pick a genre to listen to, not to make no babies, but to listen to.
He said he trying to make no more babies now.
For sure.
Look, get it out your head.
For sure, but yeah, I'm more of a 90s and 80s type of R&B song.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, real quick, we're gonna play in the mix, and if he get it, I got to go. No, he got to go. We tried 3 times.
Right, for sure.
So you got to pick it up. Okay. So he said he like 90s.
Thinking of the times.
Give you peace of my mind.
Oh, man,
You got to finish this song.
Oh man, So
It's the only you can't.
You're gonna stomp me. You're gonna stomp me because I'm more of a I'm singing along with the song. Like if I hear it, I know I can know it. Like I ain't gonna tell you no artist.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm bad with that.
Okay, but who?
Yeah, I'm bad with that.
This is the queen
I know
of.
you talking about Mary. Like,
Oh.
Get songs like that, I'm gonna give you.
Woo.
Like I don't just don't go outside in the box. I know Mary J. like all day long.
Okay.
Yeah.
He got that one. Now I got to pick one. You got to come in. It could be a rap. It could
All
be
right,
a
cool.
song.
So yeah, it's easy. I can't see him coming down my eyes.
It gotta like the song.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get my contract next week, February the 31st.
For sure, man.
So one more, and this is the tiebreaker. If not, he owes me some cake. Okay, let me say. Oh no, because that's too easy. Here come the brand new flavor in you.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
You got to finish. Here come the brand new flavor in you.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, I owe him some cake,
All
y'all.
right, cool. Yeah.
Great man, 1,000 degrees. You million knees. So don't be knowing about that.
And he was a good artist. Like
That part.
Yeah, he was a great artist, man. He was a great artist as well. So, but yeah, that era was when music was real, man. That was the era that you felt music. You could barbecue, bring back those memories. Everybody came out. We had block parties back then at Lake Street. There was a lot of stuff that happened back in the day that was good times that people can pull on memories from.
I would love to have some more block parties this year.
Yeah, that would be definitely a dope situation to shut down some places and have safe block parties. You get what I'm saying? Take it back to how it used to be where good people control.
Yes, and the community came involved.
Yeah.
One more thing, one more question.
Yeah.
You know I love food.
For sure.
I just don't think that a meeting should go longer than 45 minutes without snacks or something.
For sure.
So I'm looking at y'all and all y'all just see this. Do not invite me to nothing that lasts over 45 minutes
Without
no
food.
Snacks, food, something. What is your favorite to-go spot on the Eastern Shore?
Wow. If I had to say my favorite to-go spot on the Eastern Shore, I think my family would say Eastwood.
Ooh.
Yeah, we eat there a lot.
Is
I
it
go there a
sushi?
lot. Nah, I'm not a sushi guy.
I've tried
I'm
it.
more of the hibachi type. And again, I know they have the crab and they have the different types of sushi. I'm not a sushi guy. I ain't interested in sushi at all.
I tried it. I was sick for 3 days. And I literally tried it, and when I did a show, after I got off the show, I was like,
oh man, yeah, it's dope. I ain't with it. I watch others eat it, but Eastwood will be my pick. I go often by myself, just doing lunch or sometime throughout the day, and just gives me good peace of mind, man. I'm one of those people that you'll find me at a lot of different places by myself. Yeah, just dating myself, so it's a good thing to spend some time with yourself. Easy to write things down, easy to plan things. So I take myself to lunch all the time. Eastwood is one of my favorite spots.
I like the fact that he said he will be dating himself. And could you explain about how do you date yourself?
Yeah. So,
I mean, because this has just went past me.
So it's one of those things where, like, I think everybody needs time for themselves, no matter whether you're married or you're in a relationship, you work hard or whatever that looks like. But we got to make sure we take mental health time for ourselves. Right? Like, we got to make sure we know who knows you better than you. And I feel like at times, some people, they can't even spend time with themselves. They don't like to be alone because they don't like who they are. Really. I love who I am. You know, I wouldn't change it for the world. I wouldn't change who I've become or the things I've been through. I love who I am. And sometimes I just like to spend time with myself. You know, to think through the things through, to look back over my life from where I was to where I'm going, and keep things, focused. Right? Like I know where I'm going. Like nobody can't tell me where I'm going. I know the decisions I'm going to make because I kind of seen it. I'm trying to make sure I project it, and I walk the steps to make it happen. So dating yourself is that, man. Just spending time with yourself. I talk to myself. I write things down. I spend a lot of time just writing at that time as well. Just tons and tons of notebooks come in there with me, and I'm just writing. My calendar, planning my months out, planning my weeks out. Just trying to stay organized. So I say when you're dating yourself, it's just that moment or that opportunity where you take a deep breath, and either you can be organized or you can just do nothing. There's times I go places and I just do nothing. I sit by water and I just relax. Take in nature, whatever that looks like. So yeah.
I think that should be like a whole segment on that, like dating yourself, loving yourself, self-care.
Sure.
That should like be a whole topic.
Yeah.
But anywho, we want to thank Mr. Mitchell for coming on the show and gracing us with his presence and letting us know a little bit about him. I would like for him to leave us with some of his poetry and let him.
I can do that.
And could you tell us, do you have any events coming up?
Yeah, so I do. I'm gonna grab my phone real fast. So April I'm gonna do. I had a friend who passed away. His name was Major Smith. He passed away. He was going through some health issues over time, and we knew about it. But no matter what, he was joyful. No matter what, he stayed positive. No matter what, he was one of the first people when I did decide to run that I called. And just his energy. His energy just for life was a blessing, man. And he had spoken into my life several years ago along with several other people that at some point in time I was going to run for mayor. And we had this vision of things that we would start doing. And we used to do this thing called Hip Hop Holidays at Doverdale Park. And it was just, again, it was an opportunity where artists from the area who had positive music could come out and we would just have ciphers, right? And it was so dope because at the end of the day, it was a creative idea that he had in his mind and we made happen. Mm-hmm. So we're going to do a show in April, a poetry show. I used to do a company called Triple L Poetry. And Triple L stand for Love, Live, Life. And we used to do poetry shows that have R&B music and comedy and all of these things. And it was amazing for several years and we grew into this big group. So we're going to do a reunion show in honor of Major in April. So I'm going to be putting that together very soon. And I'm super excited about that because the show's going to be free for people. And all people have to do, if they would like, is to make a donation. And we're going to make sure that those funds go to his daughter and son. So we're going to split the funds that night.
Would be so dope.
We're going to foot the bill for everything, for the DJs, to the equipment and stuff like that. And we're going to ask people that come to make a donation. And that donation that night, we'll count it up. And we'll split it and make sure that his daughter and his son both get portions of that to do whatever their mothers feel need to be done. But just do that in the honor of him.
I feel like I met this guy before.
No, you did. Because he came to the first forum downtown.
And did we sit together?
Yeah, you sat with him. Yes, you did.
And he was like, you could get me in some trouble.
Yes, you definitely sat with him.
I'm like, so dang, us together, we was just cutting up on me. So I was like, I think that is dope.
Yeah, for sure.
Please come out and support that. I will be putting up the information at the bottom.
I'll make sure you get it, yeah.
Like, please come out and support that because, like, he was very live. And he was one of those people that you knew that was in your presence when he left. Yeah. And keep you rolling because he had me be like, if I was in church, I would have been put out in church. Sure. I should would have damn sure got me. Yes. So thank you.
Yeah. Again. So I'll share, if it's cool, I'll share 2 pieces real quick.
Okay. Hold on. Let me call.
Okay. No, you're good.
Just getting over the flu, so please forgive me. Go ahead.
All right. So I think the first piece I'll share is called "Dear Son." I write to pictures. I love art as well. So I try to project. So this is a gentleman who is him and his son are getting dressed, and he's speaking to his son. That's the mindset for this. So it says, "Dear son." It says, "Dear son, I call you son because I know your future is going to be bright like one. Such an amazing gift to the world. I'm blessed to receive. I speak power over your life, and in you I believe. Building a warrior from scratch to carry on the name. You'll touch so many lives. Because of you, this world will change. So glad to be your father. So much joy to my life you bring. Giving you knowledge early so you know what your purpose will mean. So many lessons to be taught and so many conversations to be had. No matter what, I'll be here for you, for the good or the bad. Tough world out here, son. Sometimes it will be extremely cruel, but I promise you'll be prepared. I'll make sure you have the tools. Teach you to be in touch with your emotions. Yes, real men do cry. Doesn't mean you're weak. It just means you're hurting inside. You'll deal with the love's ups and downs. Sometimes it'll cause heartbreak. Yet no matter the hurt, learn from the mistakes. Communication in life is important. It's a healing remedy. Never be afraid to say how you feel. For life, this is such a major key. You see, men don't hit women. That's a coward move. Take your time with your relationships. Be careful who you choose. And no matter how mad you get at the world, your anger must be controlled. Your anger you must control. Stay focused and regroup. Don't become a lost soul. You don't have big shoes to fill. You'll become your own man. And no pressure in this thing called life. You'll never have to adjust your plan. Nothing is given in life. Respect you must earn. And nothing happens by mistake. There is always a lesson to learn. You're such a strong, smart, powerful king, no matter what others say. And always know who you are and do your best to walk in that way. I know you'll shine bright because you're a chosen one. You'll shine bright in this dark world because you're my son.
Y'all know y'all got to do that right. Y'all don't go like this. And
Gotta
you
click,
can't.
right?
Come on,
Sure.
come on with it. Come on with it. Come on with it. Y'all hear y'all snapping out there, honey.
So,
Yes.
my last one will be I know where the secrets are hidden. So this is a young man who's reading a book, and then behind him is like his ancestors. So that's the picture mindset. So it says, my grandfather told me I needed to be different from the rest, and no matter how difficult life seems, always do my best.
Coast to Coast Mixtapes.com.
You have to pay attention. So that means knowledge isn't free. Knowing where to look for it, you see, that's one of the major keys. Reading is very vital. They would kill a slave who could read, because if his mind could, he wants to be free. Mental warfare is a real thing. They want to cloud your mind. Don't fall for those traps. For reading, always make time. Learn all you can about history and what your ancestors did. Nothing new under this sun. You can learn a lot on how to live. Be wary of people's motives, especially if they try to teach you a lie. Because when you know your history, it gives you so much pride. Don't lose sight of your goals. Make sure you have a plan. You see, life is about becoming. Life is about becoming better and learning how to be a better man. Books are always where they hide the secrets. Always make sure you read. You see, you're amazing and powerful. And in yourself, you must believe. So.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for allowing me to
Thank
share.
you for coming on our show and gracing us with your presence and giving us some of your gifts. I love that. Sometimes I write. I love to write, but I don't like to share my poetry.
Why not? You gotta share. You never know who you can heal. Two things I learned with writing is, one, never throw your writings away. No matter what you write, no matter what's going on, always keep everything, because you never know what you can go back and finish. And then you gotta share sometimes, because there may be somebody out there you touch and you save. I truly believe writing can save lives. So yeah, you should definitely share your work.
Yeah, I got a whole bunch of writing, but I'm just like, it's in the book.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because I'm like, I don't even want to hear it. I did share a little piece with you, but I didn't want, I can't tell you.
Don't be nervous.
I'm nervous. Maybe I get on the, I help them with their event and do
come
something.
to the show and perform.